It's undeniable that deep house is fantastic to mix and DJ and have a lot of fun with. If you're still struggling though with your mixing at this point in time, then today you're in the right place. We've got a few tips for you, and then we're going to get into the mix and showcase some ideas of the creativeness that you can get into and enjoy the music along the way as well, right? So the first tip is the beat matching. So if you're still struggling to beat match, then you can have a cheeky look at the digital display of your DJ controller if you've got an all-in-one, or on the laptop with the DJ software. And it's sort of cheating in a way, but it's certainly going to just give you that practice level just so you can start getting used to using the EQs and mixing and blending. But the one trick I would say is, if you're practicing beat matching, just do it before the point in which you want to start phrase matching. So you can practice time and time again, go and press that Q button to then move the jog wheel in quarters from like the 12 o'clock down to, just a quarter down the clock or the jog wheel. So moving it just a quarter every time. And then when you're doing the jog wheel first, then adjust the pitch shifter, so the tempo shifter. So up is negative, which means you go slower, and then down, which is plus, it means you go faster. So when you find, and you're listening to your headphones in the queue, and make sure you've got the queue on both the monitors going out of the speakers and then also into your headphone as well. But make sure that you've got the beats hitting at the same time. So if they're stuck at the same point, then you know for a fact that you've beat matched, and the track sounds seamless. And it's quite easy in deep house because the kick drums and the snares are all hitting 4/4, so going bam, 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 bam. Other genres like drum and bass are a bit more like the beat structure is a bit more scatty, so it's quite harder. But in this case, with deep house, so we're sticking with that. So make sure you just utilize the jog wheel to go either way, and then adjust the pitch shifter. So practice that, and then once you're happy with that, the tempo and the beat match is correct, you've got a weight off your shoulders. You can simply tap that Q button, count your beats, bars and phrases until you've got to that point in the track that's playing through the speakers. You know where to drop it in on the first beat of the new section or the phrase, and then you can start doing your creative mixes and transitions from there. Next tip is harmonic mixing. So there's two ways that I do it personally. In Recordbox is the software I use on my MacBook here, and what you'll find is if you're playing a track and it's coming out the master, the overall volume through the speakers, what you'll see is on your playlist is some tracks will, in the column of where the key is, it will highlight the tracks in green, and that simply highlights to you as a DJ what tracks are harmonically compatible, and that gives you a great indication of dragging and dropping, or just using the Twizzler there to then select the track that you want to play. And it's not all tracks work well, just bear that in mind. So harmonic mixing just means the key are compatible, but you as a DJ still need to decide whether that track is rolling with the other one. And things like considerations that you need to take on board is the rhythm, and also like the elements, the song elements. Are the vocals that work well in the mix? Are they clashing? As in, are they hitting at the same time? Then you might not want to mix those two tracks. It's just things like that you need to consider. So harmonic mixing is part of the song selection, but then also knowing if the tracks work well together in terms of the song structure and then the rhythm and the vibe. So that's up to you. The last thing that I wanted to share with you before we jump into the mix is utilization of the hot cues. So on here we've got these performance pads, and I use them personally to set either a cue point or as a marker. But what you can do is actually set a few more sporadically throughout the tracks that you've got. And there's two reasons why I think you should do that. One is if you want to skip ahead of the track, and there's a section that's really long, you can do that, so you can just jump ahead. So put the hot cue markers on the one, so it's the first beat of the phrase, and the popular one that I use it for is on the second breakdown, the first beat of the second breakdown. If you want to skip ahead because the track's like, you want maybe it's not resonating with the audience and you just want to like quickly skip to the middle bit, and then you can start queuing up the next track when that track drops on the first beat of the bass line or whatever, and you start mixing quicker. So that's one benefit. The other benefit is if you've missed your point in where you want to start queuing up and then beat match, if you missed it, you can actually use that hot cue to then jump back. And then I do it in the mix shortly, and I press both hot cue buttons at the same time because I actually missed it. So you can press them at the same time. If you've got to be really accurate, otherwise it might just sound slightly out. But if it is slightly out, you can just quickly use the jog wheel to align the beats. But yeah, it's a cool little hack, and it takes the pressure off. If you're like, you've set your hot cue markers, yeah, I definitely want to start like phrase matching from that point. You're thinking about something else, and you get like, you just miss that point, you can quickly either jump back on its own or press the two buttons at the same time, and then you've made up the time again. You've taken off the pressure. But anyway, enough talking. I hope those tips are okay, but if you've got any comments, just message me on below and we can have a chat, man. Email me as well if you really want to. I'm always here to help you guys with your DJing, whether it be deep house, drum and bass, or whatever. I'm here, Beat Match Guru. Let's get into the mix, guys.
We are
Hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you've got any questions, remember, put them in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. In the link below, there's a link to my DJ course, which takes you from beginner to intermediate and to advanced. And, you know, sign up. It's a great DJ course to get you going, especially if you've got like some gaps in your knowledge or you've just been learning off of YouTube. So get involved in that. And we'll see you next time.